The Teacher Toolkit, Teaching Reading Comprehension. Beginning around 3rd or 4th grade, a child is expected to be able to read a passage of text, understand it and answer questions about it through the process called comprehension. Comprehension is a process in which readers construct meaning by interacting with texts through the combination of prior knowledge and previous experiences, information in the text, and the standpoint the reader takes in relationship to the text. But most of the problems among teachers are the pupil's capacity to comprehend. Each pupil is unique and he or she possesses traits and characteristics that are distinctly applied with each text and situation. If readers have individual differences, how do teachers support elementary-aged readers to become more competent? First, teachers must build the pupil's background knowledge of the passage. Before we begin reading a selection with our pupils, we should build upon the knowledge that they already have. Consider that many of our pupils may have limited ideas about the selection. As teachers, we need to show them visual representations mentioned in the story. This way, pupils will be able to visualize what they are reading, which is absolutely critical to true comprehension. Second, teachers should establish the purpose for reading. As educators of the young, we have to remember that grades are not as strong a motivator for learning how to read. As teachers, we should discuss with our pupils the reason for reading a particular text. When they have established a specific purpose, they are more likely to become more invested in the reading process, which increases comprehension. The third thing to do is to think aloud as we read. Remember, pupils who have fallen behind need not to be behind during the entire reading. When reading orally to pupils, stop and share what is going through our head after reading a particular word or passage. This is not a series of mini lectures, but rather a way to provide a model of thoughts that are going through our head while we read. And of course, determining what is important is very crucial as well. We need to identify what is important, and diminish our focus on less important ideas or pieces of information, so that pupils will center their attention to the main idea of the story. We also have the questioning reading comprehension strategy. This requires teachers to create interaction during the reading process. In order for pupils to understand the information they are reading, they have to interact with the story. Having them generate teacher-like questions about what they have read is an effective way for them to interact and comprehend the text. Lastly, we have the summarizing reading comprehension strategy. Another way for pupils to interact with the story is for them to summarize what they have read. This way, they will be able to become more effective and self-sufficient readers. The kids who most need our help are the ones who are the least like us. And the best way to help them is to take off the tops of our heads, to become aware and share what we are doing as teachers. We need to explicitly model what we do, guide and nurture them to do the same things, and then create situations that will encourage and help them to purposefully use these strategies. In the end, comprehension is a very complicated process. Yet, it is one of the most important skills for students to develop if they are to become successful and productive adults. Comprehension instruction in school, especially in their early years of learning, is therefore crucial. Teachers must use their knowledge and understandings of how their pupils learn to comprehend, so that teachers can effectively help their pupils develop their abilities to comprehend texts.
Created using Powtoon.